Alright. Everything looks about good. Well, hello guys. How are you guys doing? Hello, Caleb, Daniel, and James. Let's give it a few minutes before everyone gets here. Yeah. It's been a slightly hectic day. I just got one top 10 list video uploaded like less than half an hour ago, and I'm editing a second one. And then I had to install another game that I'm not sure if we're going to use that as the mystery game. Well, I'll ask you guys as we get later towards the end of the stream of what you guys want to see me stream next. Yeah. Okay, Caleb has first question. Do I think Hugh Jackman will play Wolverine for a while longer? I feel like they're going to, but like I'm kind of ready to see a new person play Wolverine. Like that's why I was so happy with how Logan ended. So I think if you want to bring him back, fine. But like if they're gonna do another X-Men film, which I'm hesitant about, I would like them to actually start out fresh and with like a new cast. So yeah. Am I a fan of Star Trek? I would say so, but I'm not like a big fan. Like I've seen all the Star Trek movies. I didn't watch the original. I did watch mainly New Generation, Next Generation, and Deep Space Nine. I didn't watch Voyager, and I haven't watched any of the newer ones. I did watch the third and second season of Picard, but I didn't see the first season. So yeah, I would say I'm a fan, but like not like a crazy knowledgeable fan. What's up, Sean? How you doing? Yes, I know. The Next Generation. Yes, I know. I know. I know I almost got that wrong. Alright, so there's 9 of you, so hope you guys have been doing fine. Yeah. I saw your video, and I'm sorry to hear about the whole Final Fantasy 13 story. Sounds bad. Kind of reminds me of what happened with my teachers I hate. Yeah. Yeah, that's for those of you that saw. That's why I'm never comfortable. I don't. I'm never comfortable because anytime that someone brings it up, I'm taken back to that moment. And again, just a quick summary, it wasn't even about the game. It's who had done that, and it's different from having like someone talk behind you. But it's a different when they do it to your face and you don't. They don't care. So yeah. So sorry is calling you Big B annoying. Big B? No, that's. Hey, knock yourself out. I've never. I don't get many nicknames. Big B. I don't know. Maybe it's got a nice ring to it. Big boss. Oh, big boss. No, I'm not as cool as him. I appreciate the kindness, though. Heard some rumors that they might cast. I heard that rumor too that he might be interested in playing Wolverine. I don't know. I don't know. Let's get someone who's you know what? Give a no name actor a chance. Like you have to remember it. The first X movie, Hugh Jackman was a no name actor, and that was like the stepping stone that built his career. So I think if they're gonna build a new cast, I think it should be all unknowns, and they can use that film as a stepping off point because we're there to see the characters. So I think if you get like well established actors, it might distract from that. Like the first X-Men movie, that was an experiment. At this point, if there's a lot of hype for a new X-Men film, I think it should all be unknowns or less known actors. I wouldn't pick established actors. I would give those roles to actors who could use the career boost or the career start. I'm doing okay, Vamp. How are you doing? Did I hear about Incredibles 3? Unfortunately, yes. I don't want to watch it. I didn't really care much for the second one, and I heard of Toy Story 5. Good God. And Lilo and Stitch live action. Why? My friend freaked me out with one post. He said, I'm kind of like, they're just going over every animated movie. However, there's one animated movie that if they announce a live action version, I'm going to want to kill somebody. I really will. Luckily, I'm 100% sure they will never want to touch this animated film ever, and I'm happy, and I pray that day never comes. So, as painful it is to see these classic live action films be made and turn into complete disasters, I can at least know that there's one animated film that even modern woke Disney would not have the balls to touch. So I'm happy about that. Not say you're overweight. Big B, No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Hi, Captain Cap. No, I'm not as cool as him. If you're up for it, I'd be interested in seeing more discussion videos from when you were just talking about. Yeah, go ahead. Just let me know if you want to see more videos like that. And heck, I don't mind talking. I don't mind. It helps. I could use it as a therapy session. Just, How would I describe Incredibles 2 in 2 words? Just okay. Just okay. I mean, it had been so long since the first one had come out. Like, when that film finally came out, like, I saw it, but I was just like, you guys waited too long, and my interest for The Incredibles is kind of gone. So, yeah. Thanks, Vamp. I appreciate that. Toy Story 5 got announced a couple of days ago, and it's already a hot mess, and I hate it. Just from what little I heard, I knew I was hated. I hated the fourth one. Again, I don't even remember what happened in it. I can't even remember it. I only remember the first 5 minutes, and I hated it. Alright, Zach Tar. So, man, you think we might get a good X-Men? Well, I think what they did with Emma Frost in First Class was okay. I know she had like a little bit of a cameo in Wolverine Origins, but we don't like to talk about that film. But with the right casting, right director, and right script, you can make anything work. Yes, Vamp, a live action Lilo and Stitch movie. I know. And dear God, I this was not what I needed right as I'm about to head to Hawaii. It's like, this is not what I want on my mind. What movie? The first Incredibles? I think that's the movie you're talking about. Oh, you're not talking about me. Maybe you're not talking to me. Make a video of 5 movies you don't want. I'm pretty sure I did that. 100% sure. That 100% sounds like something I would have done. I'm gonna double check. 100%. Pretty sure. I'll stop right now. That 100% sounds like a video I would have done years ago, early. I would say maybe second or third year I was on YouTube. So that makes them pretty old videos, but very, very much relevant. I want to double check. I don't know. I might even where. Okay, no, okay, I haven't done that. Oh, geez, I've even talked about that. I have done a top 10 Disney. Oh, dear God. Yeah, I have done a top 10 favorite Disney movies, which wouldn't have changed. And I'm not sure. Let's see. Pirates, they won't remake that. Yeah, Pirates, they won't remake that. Lion King, they remade it and it sucked. Tron, they just announced a sequel. I doubt they'll touch. They can't even touch Roger Rabbit because of Warner Brothers. Incredibles, second one was okay. Wreck-It Ralph, they already made a sequel they didn't need to make. Monsters Inc., they made a prequel that they didn't need to make. Aladdin, they remade and I hated it. Okay, my favorite animated Disney movie is number 2, and the Toy Story trilogy is number 1. Okay, so I know for a fact they will never even think about touching number 2. Okay, so yeah, some of this, yeah, and I did this 11 years ago. Shit, yeah. Yeah, I made that video 11 years ago. Damn. Snow White is getting a lot of hate. Well, of course it was. Of course it was. This wasn't anything new. We knew what was going to happen. It's so crazy how Disney seems so self-aware of the disaster that they're making, and yet they don't care. I have never ever seen a company be so willing to literally throw hundreds of millions of dollars in the trash. I've never seen a studio be so comfortable doing that, knowing the controversy and disaster they're starting. Like, you would think that if you were getting any of this level of negativity, you would stop and rethink this. But no, they can just afford to just throw hundreds of millions of dollars away and it doesn't matter. Why do I think it took so long to make Incredibles 2, Vamp? I have no idea. I literally have no idea. I don't know why it takes some of these movies so long to come out. But, like, if you have a very, very successful film, you should probably have a sequel out within, like, the next 3 to 5 years. Tops. You said Incredibles 2 was your favorite movie of 2018. How was it okay? I think when I think back to that 6 years ago, it may have been something where I probably said that, and I probably didn't think much about it. I only saw it once because I may think that it was my favorite movie of that year. But like I haven't watched it again since I saw it in theaters. I only saw it once, and I've only seen it once. So, yeah. May Boom. Anything to do with Aliens, Predator, Terminator makes me refuse to go to cinemas, knowing possible motivations for them. It sucks. Yeah, I can understand that. However, I might give this new Alien movie a chance. I might. It looks okay. Daniel, when Disney announces the X-Men film, what characters would I like to see? I don't want them to do another X-Men film, but the demand is too high. So, and after seeing how great X-Men 97 was, I'm like, at first I'm totally against the idea of Disney making an X-Men film, but just from what I've seen, I'm willing to at least give it a chance. I'll never watch another MCU film ever again, and I still won't. But I just want it to be good. Like, that's all I would ask for, just for it to be good. Zach, so you think Dante would be crazy enough to try and attack Magneto in his home in front of his kids? No, I don't think he would. I think that would be pretty crazy. Sean, do a video of my top 10 favorite video game sequels. Video game sequels? Geez, that would be tough. I'm gonna be honest, Daniel. I'm sorry, not Daniel. I'm gonna be honest, Sean. That sounds way too complicated, because even if you look at, it would be filled with just all, like, it literally would be nothing but my top 10 favorite games. Like, if you think about it, like, if you look at all my 10 out of 10s, like, all of them are sequels. Like, I think there's only like one on that list that isn't a sequel. Maybe one. Because I'm a firm believer that you can't have a 10 out of 10 on the first go. It takes, like, it takes some time. Like, I mean, if I just pull up my list, like, yeah, Metal Gear 3, that's a sequel. Final Fantasy X, that's a sequel. Metal Gear Solid 4, that's a sequel. Dead Space 2 is a sequel. Resident Evil 4 is a sequel. Persona 5 is a sequel. Kingdom Hearts 2 is a sequel. Ragnarok's a sequel. God of War 3 is a sequel. Rise of the Tomb Raider is a sequel. Uncharted 2 is a sequel. Devil May Cry 5 and 3 are sequels. I mean, you'd have to go all the way down to something like Batman Arkham Asylum before you get to something that isn't a sequel. So yeah, it literally would just be the top 10 games. So from Metal Gear Solid 3 all the way down to Rise of the Tomb Raider, that would be your list. That would literally be it, because all of those are sequels. So I just don't think, yeah, like, so technically you've already seen the list of what my top 10 favorite video game sequels are, Sean. You've already seen it. You know what it is. Do a top 10 favorite science fiction movie sequels. Geez, that would just be a bunch of Star Wars films. It's like, because technically they're all sequels. Technically, they're all sequels. So it would just be all Star Wars movies. Daniel, when do you think the next South Park series will come out? I don't know. I don't know. That it doesn't come out as regularly as it used to, so that tells you that maybe they're having just a harder time to do it. I only accept the first two Scream movies. I mean, okay. I mean, I'm not really the biggest Scream fan, so yeah. If they ever remade Who Framed Roger Rabbit, I sure... No, it's not even about CGI characters. You couldn't do that because that was a partnership between Disney and Warner Brothers. Like, you gotta remember, that movie is filled with Warner Brother cartoon characters and Disney cartoon characters. So, just rights reason, you could never make that movie again. Like, I mean, the only partnership I could think of that might be crazy, that would never happen, is if somehow Warner Brothers and Disney came together and said, why don't we make a Marvel versus DC film? And it'll be like, okay, the first movie we'll put under, I don't know, let's say Warner Brothers will do part 1, and then Disney will produce part 2. So technically you have two movies conjoined that are funded by different studios. Like, that's the only thing I could think of that would be on that scale. But yeah, they'll never do something like that ever again. That was a one-time thing. And Disney and Warner Brothers were completely different studios back then. What's the worst Disney live action or animated? Ooh. Oh, God. Without question, it was Lion King. Oh, Lord, how do you... No, personally, I think it might be Aladdin. Because my brother's favorite Disney film is The Lion King, and he hated the live action one. And I love Aladdin. I think Aladdin's like in my top 5 favorite Disney films. I hated the live action version. Like, and I didn't even pay to go see it. I saw a bootleg copy of that, and I hated it. I was like, God. I'm just so glad they will never touch my favorite animated Disney film. They will never, ever touch it. Disney has probably completely forgotten it exists, and that's a good thing. Oh, okay. What movie am I talking about not wanting to make a live action? Atlantis: The Lost Empire. That's my favorite animated film of all time. I'm getting an Atlantis tattoo, probably in a few months. And on top of that, like, I was talking to my friend. I think maybe I've shown this off. Where the hell is it? Ah, there it is. Like, you guys, I think I've shown this off before. Oh, damn. Damn, this damn thing's dusty. And probably you guys have forgotten about it. But this is the Shepherd's Journal. And this is... This came out in 2001. This came out when I was 11. I did a school project on this film when I was in 4th grade. And this is extremely rare. This was only given to investors. But what this is it's the complete toy set from McDonald's. You couldn't even buy these things. They were that rare. And it comes with a letter of... This is for producers. And it even comes with a clip. That's an actual film clip from the actual film itself. The actual film roll. This is so rare. Yeah, and the film came out 2001, June 15th. Yeah, you'd be heartless. Some of you might not even know this existed, but, like, you couldn't even buy these. So, yeah, these apparently were only given to investors of the film. So there's maybe less than 50 of these. And I have one. This is easily one of the most valuable things ever. And I tell you, I used to wear this sucker around when I was in school. Like, this obviously wouldn't fit around my neck, but what it did is it has this button here, and it lit up. It lit up, and it was actually pretty bright too. And so, yeah, I love that movie so much. Unfortunately, it supposedly bombed. So, but I absolutely love that film, and that's why I'm happy that Disney's probably forgotten about it. I'm sure all of you guys have forgotten about it. Everyone's forgotten about it. So there's zero chance that they could ever make a live action version of that film because no one remembers it. And I lost some of your guys' questions, so I got to go up and catch up. So, Sean, on Monday, I got to hang out with the girl I like, and we got a picture. That's awesome, Sean. Congratulations. Maybe, I hope it goes somewhere, and because you already got better luck than I do. Did I play Resistance games? Hell yeah, mate, boom. I own all the Resistance games. I did a ranking video of those. Absolutely. Zach, you finally got a job at a restaurant. Really, Zach? What restaurant are you working at? I'd like to know. May Boom, I can't recall if you have given your opinion on Arkham Knight, but what problems did I have with it? I think I just had a problem with the last third of the game. I just didn't like how it closed. It was kind of the same problem that I had with Gotham City. Like, it was really, really good. Like, a lot of people complain that you spent so much time in the Batmobile. I loved that. I absolutely loved it. I thought the combat, exploring the city was great. It was just like the last third felt kind of messy. Yes, Vamp. They literally are all sequels. You're forgetting about Terminator and Aliens. No, I'm not forgetting about those. Mayboom, is there anyone you know of being brilliant at what Stan Winston was good at? I believe Stan Winston, he worked in films and he made a lot of props. Like, he worked on films like Aliens and Jurassic Park, and so he had this studio that worked on creating props for the film or costumes for the film. I think I know who Stan Winston is. And he also worked, you might not know this, he also worked with Michael Jackson on his Ghost music video. Michael Jackson called them like music, like, he called them like film, like small mini films. He didn't call them music videos, but like, yeah, I know who Stan Winston is. Sean, when do I think Spider-Man Spider-Verse 3 will come out? I would say in the next 2 or 3 years, tops. You got to think about the writer's strike really put a lot of prominent films on hold, so yeah. Vamp, Friday the 13th also suffering from rights issues, therefore we will never got another movie since 2009. Damn, really? Has it been that long? Wow. Although you know what the funny thing about that? Wait a second. Yeah, Friday the 13th. You know the funny thing about that film? I saw that in theaters, and that was the first and only Friday the 13th movie I'd ever seen in theaters. And the only reason I saw it was Jason did something in the trailer that we've never seen before. He actually ran. When I saw that, I was like, oh my god, is Jason running? I was like, because usually he can teleport, or he just walks and he just appears, and so he's teleporting. But to see Jason actually run after somebody, I was like, wow, he finally uses his legs. What is the worst movie you will never see? The worst movie I will never see. You know what? I really can't think of what that would be. Usually I'm pretty good at identifying horrible films, so if it's horrible, then I know I just won't see it. But I'm not sure if it's the worst. What's my biggest problem with Across the Spider-Verse? I didn't hate that movie. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I thought it was great. I just liked the first one better. I just felt it was simple. It's when you start... I mean, I understand that the Spider-Verse was a thing, but I think when they took it to the levels of extreme that it did, it was kind of like watering down the fun. Like, it was nice when you're working with like a set group of alternate Spider-Mans, but now you're working with like hundreds, if not thousands of Spider-Men, Spider-People, I should say. That's when it it got a little messy, but I still had fun with that film. I look forward to the third film. Oh dear God, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh no, ooh, that's a bad one. Yeah, you couldn't remake that one, especially knowing Frono. You can't really change who Frono is, given that the pretty much the whole purpose is that he wants to kill this gypsy because he got horny. It's like when you really break it down, it's like that's really what the film is about. He wants to kill all these gypsies because he got horny once. You never thought about that one. I never thought about that when I was 7. Give me a hint of the mystery game. Okay, here's the thing. In about, I want to say 14 minutes, we'll talk about that. But I will say this. The mystery game it's a somewhat older game that I've only spent maybe 10 minutes playing total. Like I installed it yesterday. It arrived in the mail. I purchased it from GameFly for less than $1.50. And it's just out of playing it for 10 minutes, it's easily one of the most complicated games I've ever played of its type. And I'm wondering if I should stick with it or trade it in because I'm scared. It's like this game looked cool, and now that I'm playing it, I'm like, oh, this is a lot more complicated than I thought. Like, the gameplay made it look so cool because it's so flashy and so all over the place. But I'm like, this might be the most complicated variation of this genre that I've ever played. So I'm scared. Black Cauldron is the most underrated Disney film. Yeah, a lot of people don't talk about it. How'd I get it? Oh, the box. I got it off eBay. Years ago. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I just found it online, so I'm guessing whoever had it didn't want it, or they forgot about it. And I got it off of eBay, and I'd never seen it before, and I've never seen it before since. It's hard to find pictures of this on Google. Like, that's how rare it is. So, like, there weren't many of these. Who is in the right mind would you want to watch? Wait, who in the right mind would want to watch the new live-action Disney crap? I don't know who would want to watch that crap. All right, Sheldon, you gotta go. Thanks for stopping by. Also, the remake. I heard of that Bambi horror movie. I thought that was interesting. Oh no, Vamp. A live-action version of The Prince of Egypt? They already did that. It's called The Ten Commandments. So they don't have to do that. And, like, that's my favorite. The Prince of Egypt is, without question, my favorite non-Disney animated film of all time. But they can't remake that. Because the film already came out. Like, decades ago. It's called The Ten Commandments. Jason running? Yeah, dude. Jason was running in that film. Imagine Michael Myers running. I know, right? Like, these killers, they don't walk, they just teleport. Friday the 13th, 2019 was kind of... No, there actually wasn't that much sex in that film. It only happened in the beginning for, like, a minute. But I just saw Rebel Moon Part 1 directors, and, like, they have, like, a sex scene in that, in the first movie that goes on for, like, 4 minutes. I'm like, do we really gotta go that extreme? Like, you could have cut this down to 20 seconds and I've understood, but no, you're going all out. And I'm a little uncomfortable, like, seeing this. Do I still think Disney is going to make a live-action Toy Story? Yes. Yes, they will. I'm telling you, it's coming. I know that sounds crazy. Frollo, not Frodo. I'm sorry. I'm kind of an emotional state right now. Have I seen those Winnie the Pooh? Yeah, I've seen those. Those are actually quite creative, I would say. Yeah, they are. Yeah, Vamp. I'm aware that there's a live action version of the Hunchback Notre Dame, but, like, I don't think they would want to do it in the Disney style. I know the original telling is a lot darker than what we got in the Disney version. I'm aware of what the story's based on. Yeah. What are my thoughts on the Rebel Moon films? They're, I mean, they're okay, I guess, but that's all I can say. Like, yeah, I think the director's cut I just watched was like 3.5 hours long. So I was just like, man, if I'm getting this with a director's cut that's like it was like 3 hours and 40 minutes long. I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, I can only imagine that the theatrical or the original cut was like a lot worse. What is my favorite video game rivalry? Oh, I don't know. I guess Dante and Virgil. I guess that comes off the top of my head. Or you could say Sony and Microsoft because Nintendo's never tried to compete with either of those two. So you could say that. Thoughts on Grinch horror movie? I wasn't aware they made a Grinch horror movie, but that does sound interesting to see. Maybe I'll check it out around Halloween. Oh God, live action Finding Nemo. Oh, it's coming. Nothing is sacred in Disney. Anything you loved as growing up is gonna get remade. I'm telling you, people think I'm crazy. They're gonna remake the original Star Wars. It's too tempting. It's too tempting. They're gonna do it. Did I ever try spicy original? Yeah, I tried that stuff. My stomach didn't like it, and I had like the worst dumps. Like, you know how. Okay, this might sound kind of disgusting, but you know how sometimes you'll eat like spicy food and it'll like affect your crap. Like, that's what happened. Like, that's why I try to avoid spicy foods. Like, it is not a good feeling coming down out the back door. It is not a fun experience. You're going to be on the toilet for at least 10, 15 minutes and go through like half a roll of toilet paper. I don't see Michael Myers needing to run. Well, he's been successful at not running so far. Imagine Finding Nemo with realistic looking fish. Yeah, with mouths that talk. Like, you're going to get the exact same effect as like the live action Lion King film. It looks so weird. Watching their lips like that, it just didn't look right. Who's my favorite redhead? In what category? Is it being like movie, comic book, in general person that I know personally that I really like? Like, you're gonna have to be specific on that one, Cerberus. Have I watched the older I've seen some of them, but I've not seen all of them. Like, I've seen, I think, the second one. I've seen Jason X multiple times. I think I've seen that one the most. I think there's one where Jason goes to New York, and he's kind of an anti-hero in that film. Like, he's not a bad guy. Yeah, I've seen like a few of those. Video games. Ooh, that's a good one. Damn. Ooh, that's tough. I am. Hey, give me a second. I got it. If I had to go, I would say redheads, probably Sumire from Persona 5 Royal. Like, she was a big reason why I was able to push Persona 5 Royal up to a 10 out of 10. And look, her costume was like, it was so perfectly tied to Joker. It was absolutely perfect. Like, it looked like they literally were made for each other. Video games. Mouths Moving in Beverly Hills, Chihuahua. Yeah, that I remember that film. It wasn't fun. Freddy runs. He's not that successful sometimes. Yeah, well, Freddy's in the dream world, so he just runs because it's fun to give the chase, but he doesn't actually have to do that in the dream world. Yeah, Jason in New York. Yeah, I didn't think he was a villain in that one. He was like he was more of a hero or like an anti-hero. Like when he took out like those gangsters who tried to give those drugs to that lady. Like if you look very closely, like he actually kind of like nods like a hero to that girl as she runs away. So he was kind of like, and he's just walking down like New York, just minding his own business. Like he only like takes out people who are messing with him. So like I can understand. Like he's just a man who just doesn't take bullshit. But again, New York is full of assholes. So can you blame him? Have I seen Freddy vs. Jason? Yes, I have multiple times. I actually own Freddy vs. Jason. Yeah, I actually own that. I've seen it multiple times. Leatherface runs? Yes, he does. And he's also got like a funny little dance. I'm sure Yugi would have an easy time. I don't know. I don't like if it depends on if he's updated to using Isaac Seas or if he's still sticking to his old cards, because no old school deck could handle a synchro deck in any capacity. Joke and Samir, yeah, I know Service. They like she literally like looks perfect. Like she has like they have like Joker and Samir. They have like my favorite like tag team finishing attack. Like it's so perfect. Yeah, a heroic version of Jason Voorhees. Yeah, dude, check that out. Jason Goes to New York. He kind of felt like an anti-hero in that film. I didn't think he was the bad guy, and I generally believe that. Chucky runs, and he's surprisingly quick. Yeah, I know, little people. You surprised? Kids can run pretty fast. when they're choked up on energy, then yeah. Okay, in about 3 minutes, I'll ask you guys about the mystery game, because we've got about 23 minutes left. Do I watch Critical Drinker? Sometimes, but I'm not a subscriber. And someone tried to remake Jason Takes Manhattan, but not having the final part. Yeah, I don't understand. Okay, Jason Takes Manhattan is the name. Okay. Have I seen Don't Breathe? Is that the movie where those thieves break into that guy's house and he can't see? And then the second one, he's like the hero? If that is, then yeah, I think I have seen that film. I've only seen it once. It's kind of messed up. Like, he kidnaps that girl and he tries to impregnate her, and it's, like, kind of disturbing. Best final girl in any horror movie. I guess Ripley, I guess. She's the icon, so I guess that counts. What is my favorite action scene in The Dark Knight? Probably the car chase in the middle of the film. I would say that's probably my favorite action scene. I like it more than the final action scene at the end, and then the mission he has in China. Yeah, I would probably say that's my favorite in The Dark Knight. I wasn't expecting him to be villainous in any way. Underwhack driver in Chicago. Okay, I think we're close enough. Okay, so when it comes to the mystery game, I'm generally curious because I had a lot of fun playing Dead Space, and I did play a little farther, not too far, so we're still kind of close to where we ended last week's stream. Do you want me to keep going? And remember, if at least 10 people are watching, I'll turn the camera on. But do you guys want me to keep going with Dead Space or switch over to this mystery game? Which, I'm telling you, I'm really conflicted about this game because I want to love it, but it's so overly complicated. And so you're going to be seeing me play it for the first time, and I literally will not really know what I'm doing. Like, it seems simple because I've been testing out like the practice and training modes, but even so, it's like there's so many elements of this game that I'm sure some of you guys may have played and probably love, but I'm just on the fence. So yeah, I would visit my aunts while they filmed. Okay. I would rather be forced to watch the entirety of Resident Evil. You know what? Here's the thing about that. I actually don't mind the first film. I will defend the first film. I actually like the first film. But yeah. Michael is more villainous than Jason. Jason got drowned as a kid while Michael just snapped and turned evil out of nowhere. True. But I think Jason's just a hell of a lot harder to kill. And he's got like supernatural powers, so there's that. Although, if you watch some of the later ones, they try to add that in, so. What if Demon's remains infused with the tumbler? Damn, that would be a pretty badass and demonic Batmobile. Man, that'd be cool. Jason was only in New York for less than 5 minutes in that film. Really? It seemed longer to me. Maybe it was because I enjoyed it so much. Have I seen the Silent Hill films? No. I'm not a Silent Hill fan. I tried playing one of the Silent Hill games and I was bored. And everyone said it was the best one. I was like, this is what scares you? Like, this is the difference between people who like Alien and people who like Aliens. It's like, do you want to see people who are unprepared get killed off? Or do you want people who are going into a situation with confidence only to find out that they're still outpowered? That, I think, is scary. Like, it's easy to see a bunch of space truckers get taken out one by one, but these are professionally trained Marines that are going in with guns and bombs and grenades and all these powerful weapons, and they find out that it didn't help. You're an alien person, I'm an aliens person. Like, I am such an aliens person. I've only seen Alien 1 and vowed never to watch it again. I have seen Alien 3, Resurrection, AVP, AVP Requiem, Prometheus, Covenant. I have seen all of those more times than Alien. I've only seen Alien once. But because I'm so committed to Aliens, I said I will never watch Alien again. I will never watch that movie again. Because Aliens is so good. Resident Evil 4 over Silent Hill 2? You're goddamn right. That's not even a debate. Aliens is a cool moment, but I like Alien. Hey, completely understandable. I respect anyone who likes Alien more. I totally understand why. It's true, they shot it in a random alleyway, and the only time Jason was in New York City was in Times Square. Wow, really? Damn. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen that film, so. G-Lock, can I whistle the tune in the end? Yeah, I probably could. How's that? So you think you could get an X-Men game like X-Men Destiny again? Probably not. Aliens versus Terminator 2, Terminator 2. I like Aliens, but it's no match for Terminator 2. Do you think Dead Space Remake is how remakes should be done? Yes. Yes, no question. Am I a fan of No Doubt? Not really. Thanks, G-Lot. Well, you requested it. Yeah, so, yeah, I know how to whistle pretty well. And, thanks, Vamp. Do I have a favorite Jason kill? Oh, yes. Oh, God. That's... I'll just name a few off the top of my head. Well, there was this one in Jason versus Freddy where he gets in this girl's house and, like, these couple are having sex, and then the boyfriend's laying on the bed, and Jason, like, stabs him with this pole, and then, like folds him up. That's a good one. And Jason X, the liquid nitrogen, that's a classic. He, like, freezes the girl's face, and then smashes her face in, and then he, like, throws it like some trash. What's another good one? The sleeping bag one. That is a classic. I love that one. Like, there's so many. Like, he has some of the best kills. Apparently, Avatar 3 would be called Fire and Ashes, I think. I don't care. I didn't watch Avatar 2. And I've never even seen Avatar 1 on, like, a TV screen. I saw it, like, on a little computer screen on a screen that was smaller than this. Like, it was like, and it was like one of all those old school big PC computers. Like, that's how I saw Avatar. I've never actually seen that on an actual TV screen or theaters. Terminator 2 or Godfather? God, of course, Terminator. It's not even a question. Would you consider yourself to be the #1 defender of Batman Forever? Heck, I wouldn't mind that. I don't mind defending that film. Yes, I am. You can play Disturbed on your guitar. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Best Freddy kill. I think the TV one. I think the TV death where he smashed that girl's head into the TV. That's a, and he says you're on. I think he says you're on. He says either you're on TV, bitch, or you're on prime time, bitch. Like that was a good one. I'll maybe ask me next week and I'll give that one a shot, G-Law. But yeah, I can see nobody's listening. But ask me next week. Let's save the whistling. One whistle a stream. I always thought a movie about life fountain symbiotes would have been interesting. I just wish they had gotten it instead of Carnage. Yeah, I know. What do I think of the song Numb? Oh, it's a fantastic song. I would say right under In the End, that's probably their second most iconic song. Easily. I mean, it's incredible song. It's not my favorite on Meteor, but it's definitely probably the most well-known and popular ones. But yeah, that's an incredible song. Somehow Toxic Waste is out and open in New York in the movie. Yeah, I guess so. You like the puppy kill where Freddy makes that guy jump off the window. I thought that was more hilarious than horrifying, to be fair. The Green Day show was amazing. Oh, okay. I didn't know you were a Green Day fan, but alright, it's cool. What is the dumbest direct TV movie you've ever watched? I'm not sure. It's been a very long. I'll be honest. It's been a very, very long time since I watched TV. Like I don't even own a cable box, so I'm not sure. I don't watch TV, so it's been so long. Like the last time we had like a cable box where we could actually watch TV, it was maybe like 8 years ago, right before Dad passed. Like back then we had Cox cable, but we only use the internet, so hard to say. Oh. I wonder if you ever used an emulator that bricked my computer. No, but I did install a new emulator on my phone, and I am playing some incredible DS games I didn't even know exist. Did you know there's like a Final Fantasy style Dragon Ball Z game? Like, dude, I am playing the crap out of this damn thing. Like, I even went out of my way and bought a backbone for my phone. Maybe I can show you. Like, I was just like, I don't know, like my friend at work, he has like a bunch of emulators on his phone. And I was just kind of just exploring, seeing like what games were out there. And just randomly, I saw this title for a Dragon Ball Z game that I'd never heard of that came out on the DS. And have a look. That's a little hard to see. Yeah, like, dude, this is like, it's hard to see. Like, dude, this is a Final Fantasy style Dragon Ball Z game. I did not know this exists. I've been playing this like crazy. Like right now, I'm like level grinding like nuts right now. Like, I'm in the middle of the Saiyan Saga, and I'm right now just trying to get the gang together so we can go train at Mr. Popo's. I had no idea this game existed. This game came out in 2009. I was in college when this game came out. It's incredible. Yeah, it is a pure Final Fantasy style Dragon Ball Z game. I had no idea it existed. And it came out at like in 09. Like, I'm discovering all these games I missed back then because I chose not to get a Game Boy. What is the funniest death scene you've ever seen in a movie or game? Funniest? Damn, that's tough. Funniest. I'm not really sure. That's hard. I can't think of one off the top of my head just now. Who do you blame for the... I don't know. Script director. I don't know who's. Yeah, that one wasn't very good. Do I like Evanescence? Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good. Have I played Mario Roy? No, I have not. Oh, Mario RPG? Yes! If you're talking about Super Mario RPG, yeah, dude. I think I did a review for that. I think. And I absolutely loved it. Yeah, right here. I think I did a review for this. My friend likes to ship Ren into. Yeah, a lot of people like to. Yeah, Attack of the Saints. I did not know that existed. I did not know that. Have I played Dragon Ball Z Boost Fury? I think so, but that was a long time ago. I haven't played Attack of the Saints. I hope. I have played Legacy of Goku. Yeah, I have played that one. On Game Boy Advance, yeah. I played that one. I don't see Predators needing Hound Sound. Predators can be well equipped. Yeah, I agree. Personally, I find you hilarious when you commented while playing Just Dance. Good times, huh? Okay, we got 8 minutes. Okay, just off the top of my head. Okay, wow, there's less of you now. Do you guys want the mystery game, or do you want to keep going with Dead Space? Because I thought there would be more people, more people still here in the stream, but it says here there's only like 6 or 5 of you, so I'm curious. Played Budokai? Yeah, well, Budokai 3 is my favorite Dragon Ball Z game, so. Have I played Mario RPG? Isn't that what this is? Do I like metal music? I like some. Whichever. Yeah, we need votes because I can do both. It's like mystery game or Dead Space. What do you guys want? We still got 7 minutes to decide. Oh, we can flip a coin or something. So, what would you guys prefer? Any metal bands I like? No metal bands in general, but like there's like 1 or 2 songs from metal bands like I'll listen to. Okay, so we got 1 vote for the mystery game. Any other votes? Get them out now. We got 2, which means if mystery... but you like Disturbed. Yeah, I like Disturbed. I'm just not sure. I would say I'm the biggest fan of theirs, but they have like a lot of songs I like. I'm aware of that. It's just like I wouldn't consider myself to be the biggest. They have like 1 or 2 songs on each of their albums I really like. John Wick 5 is being considered. Well, of course that's going to be considered. The 4th one made so much money. But I think it'll be something like Old Man Wick. So like when he comes back, like Keanu Reeves' hair will be all gray. What are your thoughts on K-Pod? I'm not a fan. You never got to... I didn't play Tenkaichi 3. I only played the Budokai games. I didn't touch the Tenkaichi games. Okay, so for the mystery game, we got 3 votes. If mystery game gets 1 more vote, then that'll be the game we play. Or does anyone want to go back to Dead Space? And we still have 5 minutes to decide. You don't like being surprised. Lay the mystery game on us. Okay. Okay, I guess it's decided. Mystery game it is. Well, But I'm warning you guys, like I literally have only put like 10, 50 minutes into this game, so I'm not even sure what I'm doing or how to learn this game. But okay, mystery game's already installed and ready to go, so we'll be able to jump into it. So okay. Oh, you know what? Time out with the questions. Hang on. Time out with the questions. I wanted to use these last 5 minutes just to talk for you guys for a little bit, and then I want to get your answers. So, time out with the questions. Time out. Something I want to talk about because there's some of you here. So, okay. So, 100% sure this is kind of exclusive information. So if you're still here watching, you're about to get some big news. So I am 100% positive that we will get to 90,000 subscribers by October, which means, as I promised, you guys will already be getting a Versus Series Season 7, which I've already kind of started to work with. The thing about it is I'm not exactly sure what style I should do. And there's 3 variations I can do. And I might do a separate video, but just for you guys here. I'm thinking we can either do like shorts and do like a bunch of shorts, because apparently doing those kind of videos are popular. So you could get like 20 shorts. They're like a minute each and get like a bunch of matches. Or we could do what we did in Season 5, where it's like a more stripped down version, and we try to keep these matches under 20 minutes. I'm not sure if you guys remember those in Season 5. Or we could do what we usually do, and that's the traditional style where it's like fully detailed. However, the one thing that I know is I need to add something that makes it different. So what I've been doing is I've actually been talking to a number of illustrators, and instead of me just kind of describing it and using random pictures, I'm actually going to have at least 12 to 15 personally drawn storyboards of different moments in the fight itself. So you'll actually see an image and it'll play out in storyboard form. And that's what I think I want to do. Like, I did think about doing like a 3-4 minute animation, but I can't find any animators. But I have been in contact with a number of storyboard people. So those are the 3 different versions of how Versus Series 7 can play out. I can do it in short version, in which you can get like 20 matches, like short matches. Like, because right now I've only made 7 that I've already worked on. So I haven't decided yet. So I'm just letting you guys know that is the current plan. I'm going to do another video. That way I can get people's input. But those of you that are here, I'm just giving you a heads up that is the plan. It's like we can either just do shorts. So each of them is like 1 minute each. And you can get like a bunch of those. You can get like 20 match shorts for Season 7. Or we can make kind of a condensed version like we were doing in Season 5. Or we can do a traditional extended version, but it's going to have storyboards. I might even add those storyboards to like the medium-sized ones, but I'm not sure. Because none of the other Versus channels, like, they've all pretty much retired. So like no one outside of maybe Rain is even doing Versus Series matchups anymore. But if I was going to come back and do one more season, I want to add something that stands out, so that it's an improvement on what came before. So that's pretty much everything that I need to say in terms of what's going to be planned out for Versus Series 7. Because pretty sure by October we will 100% get to 90,000. So like the remaining 3 months of like October, November, December is going to be used to try to get a head start heading towards 100,000. Because that is going to be my goal for 2025. I want to finally hit that 100K and get that silver button. And I think that with another season of Versus Series, if it's popular and it gets enough attention and it's got some additions to it that's attractive to people, then we can get that amount of growth. So that's pretty much what I want to say. So that's going to be the end of this episode of the People's Questions. Can I draw? No. I've been talking to illustrators, and I've been in contact with 3 of them that'll like make like 15 like 12 to 15 for like $400. And I think that for what I want to do, I think I can do that. But I've just been in communications with them. So that's the plan right now. So again, thank you for joining me at the this episode of People's Questions. So give me like 2 minutes, and I will jump into the mystery game. And hopefully, if 10 people join in the live stream coming up soon, I'll turn the camera on. So hopefully, I'll see some of you guys in a couple of minutes. And like always, you guys stay awesome, and I'll see you guys, I guess, in a little bit. So you guys stay awesome.